What's going on, people? It's your boy Phurzaah here and welcome back to my channel. Today we're back with another Modern Warfare 3 Zombies video for you guys, and today's video is going to be a little different. We're not going to be doing a guide, but I'm also going to be talking about 10 things that I feel will improve Modern Warfare 3 Zombies as a whole if they were changed or if they were added. Now I'm pretty sure not everyone's going to agree with every suggestion that I make in today's video, and that's totally fine. This is strictly my opinion from ideas that I've had from playing the game and things that I've seen. If you guys have different opinions, be sure to let me know in the comment section below. And also, if there's something on this list that you guys feel like I've missed and that would also improve Modern Warfare 3 Zombies if it was added or changed, do let me know those in the comment section below as well, because I am going to be making this video into a series where every week or every few weeks we go over all of the things that we believe would make the game better, and then we can make suggestions for them. This is going to be part 1. Make sure you guys make your suggestions in the comment section and those will be featured on part 2. Also, if you guys could like and share this video, it will be really helpful. It will push the video in the algorithm so more people can see, and it will just get out there. And you never know who's watching, guys, so someone relevant could be watching this video, taking notes on the suggestions that we make. So let's all work together to push this video so it can get out there to more people, with the hopes that someone finds it and can actually do some relevant changes. But without further ado, let's just head straight into today's video. As I said, there is going to be 10 suggestions that I have in today's video. None of them are going to be in a specific order, so if something's at 10, it doesn't mean that it's more relevant than the thing that's at 1 or vice versa. It's just randomized, guys, so don't worry about it too much. But number 1 on the list that I have right here is going to be the server crashes. This is going to be one of the main things for me personally, because I experience this almost every single day that I play this game, and it's getting to the point where the game is borderline unplayable some days for me. Like, for example, a few days ago I was helping my friend with some of his challenges. Now he actually needed to complete the Act 4 boss, so we had got pretty stacked and then went in game ready for the boss battle. And then as soon as we got in game, we used our items and then the game crashed. I had brought in a flawless Ethereum crystal, a legendary aether tool, a dog bone, an armor plate, pretty much everything. I brought it in and then I lost it instantly. So we got restacked, we went in game again, and then what happens? We get packet loss, latency drop, and then the game crashes again. It was absolutely ridiculous. So not only did I lose that stuff one time around, I lost it 2 times around, as I did have 2 loads of it in my backpack, or in my stash should I say. So the next game, because we lost so much stuff, we didn't come in as stacked. This time around I only came in with a refined Ethereum crystal, which is pack punch level 2, and an epic aether tool and a few other goodies. And then about 15 minutes into the game we went and crashed again, and then we lost everything again. At this point I had to tell my friend that I'm gonna have to help him another day, because I was getting really frustrated, to be honest with you, and I just had to get offline. But this is a constant issue and it's a huge problem that they need to address ASAP. This is not just PC players that are experiencing it, it's Xbox and it's PlayStation players as well. This is an issue that's affecting everyone, and this is an issue that's got really bad as time's gone on. At the beginning of when this game dropped, it wasn't this bad, and it just seems like it's got worse and worse over time. I really do hope that they fix the stability issues in this game. I've been saying this for weeks, and I really do hope that they do have some form of fix coming really soon, because it's getting to a point where I can't enjoy the game the way that I'm supposed to, and we paid money for this game. We should be able to enjoy it. We should be able to play without constantly crashing, and it's just quite ridiculous at this point. Not to mention that they did also make an announcement before season 1 saying that with the start of season 1, if you guys did crash, you would still keep the items that were in your backpack. Clearly that hasn't happened, and they also haven't addressed the issue since by making a statement or anything like that. I'm just hoping that they are working on it in the background and we do have a fix coming soon. But let me know your thoughts and opinions about that in the comment section below. Have you guys been experiencing constant crashes like me? I know that most people have, but again, for other platforms they haven't been getting it as much. As I said, me on PC, we seem to be getting it the worst. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. But now moving on to our second point. Our second point is going to be RNG. So RNG stands for random number generator. An example of this in gaming would be the drop rate of schematics and rare acquisitions. So as you guys may know, there's some people, for example, that were able to do 2 bounty contracts in the tier 3 zone and get the ray gun. Then there's other people that's been playing non-stop for a month and still haven't been able to get the ray gun. That's a perfect example of RNG. It's all randomized and it's all different for everyone. It's pretty much all based on luck. Now personally, I don't think that there's an issue with RNG. A lot of games use RNG and I find it a fair way of actually playing. However, the problem is that the RNG in MWZ is just terrible. I mean, you shouldn't be in the tier 3 zone getting rare Aether tools every single time you complete a bounty contract. That's absolutely ridiculous. They need to give you the correct rewards for the area that you're in. So if you're in tier 3, you should be seeing epic Aether tools, legendary Aether tools, refined Ethereum crystals, stuff like that. If you're in tier 2, then you should be getting rare Aether tools and things like that. You shouldn't be in tier 3 or in the dark Ether completing challenges and getting rare Aether tools or uncommon Aether tools. To me, that's absolutely ridiculous. The area that you're in should depend on the rewards that you get, and it can still be RNG based. It's just that there should be specific rewards in specific areas. Now, we know that you can unlock specific schematics from specific areas, but there should be ways in which you can get specific acquisitions from specific areas, in my opinion. Like, I know people that only grind the tier 3 area every single day and they still haven't come across the ray gun plans. Now, to me, that's crazy. They've played almost 3 days in game time and they still haven't been able to come across the ray gun plans. That's a perfect example of how RNG will kick your ass, and I do hope that they boost the efficiency of it so that we can get a higher drop rate for some of these rare items. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about that in the comment section below. So the third point that we're going to be speaking about in today's video is going to be schematic cooldown. Now, this is major. This is a major thing for me, and I know this is a major thing for a lot of my friends, and it's probably a major thing for a lot of you watching this video as well. But me personally, I feel like the schematic system within Modern Warfare 3 Zombies is actually really good, and I do actually like the schematic system. What I don't like is the schematic cooldown times on specific items. Now, 3 hours for a perk and 3 hours for an ammo mod, I mean, it probably could be 2 hours in my opinion, but 3 hours is still somewhat manageable. That is 3 games, so I reckon it should probably be 2. But the problems come when you start looking at wonder weapons and the new schematics and stuff like that. For a wonder weapon, for a ray gun, or for a wonder waffle, we have to wait 48 hours, which is 2 days. To me, that's silly. We've grinded non-stop for these schematics. As I said, some people have been grinding days and days of tier 3 and stuff like that just to get the ray gun, and then now you can only craft it every 2 days. It just doesn't seem very fair to me. Now, I get the fact that there needs to be some form of cooldown because it would be overpowered if you could just craft a ray gun or a wonder weapon every single game you go into, but the amount of games that you can play within a 2-day period is just crazy that you can't craft another one in that time. I personally feel like it should be about a 6-hour cooldown. That gives you enough time between games, and it also allows you to craft it twice a day. So for example, say if you jumped on in the morning and you was off work, you was off school, whatever it was, and you was playing the whole day, you get to use that ray gun twice. I mean, it's still not the best, but I still think that's way better than crafting it every 2 days. Now, it gets even worse with the new schematics because with the dog bone and the armor plate and stuff like that, we have to wait 3 days to craft it. Now, 3 days just seems way too excessive for me, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you would agree. I mean, these schematics, they're not easy to get, guys. You have to go through the whole of Act 4, complete that, do all the Easter eggs, you have to open up the Dark Ether, you have to go through all of the Dark Ether, get the sigils and stuff like that to get the first 3. Then you need to do the other Easter egg to complete the Red Worm boss to get the other 3. So then you finally unlock everything, and now you find out you can only craft these items that you tried so hard to get twice a week. Guys, twice a week. That's absolutely ridiculous. So you can craft these items 8 times in 1 month. That doesn't make sense to me. Like, that cooldown should not even exist. The highest cooldown that should be on this game for any item, in my opinion, if you guys are trying to like make it so it is somewhat a little bit harder, should just be 1 day. And the 1 day should be the items that are 3 days. So if you're going to make the dog bone and the armor plate and stuff like that 3 days, then you need to make that 1 day. If the ray gun and stuff is 2 days, then you need to make that half a day. That's my personal opinion, and I definitely think that adjusting the cooldown timer in the game will be a lot better for a lot of people, and it will also stop people from doing the tombstone glitch and stuff like that, because I guarantee you most people that do the tombstone glitch and the essence glitches and things like that, they probably don't necessarily want to glitch or don't consider themselves as glitchers, but they're just simply doing it because that's the only way that you can enjoy the game properly at the moment. As I said, if you couple the fact fact of these long cooldown timers with the fact that you guys are constantly crashing, it makes the game unplayable. So for example, let's just say for argument's sake, you've been stacking up all of your classified schematics, those being the dog bone, the armor plate and the ether blade, and then you've also been stacking up 2 wonder weapons for this special run that you and your friends are going to go on. So you craft all of your items, the classified schematics have gone on a 3-day timer, and the wonder weapons have obviously gone on a 2-day timer. You go in game, you pop all of your items, 5 minutes into the game crashes and you lose everything. Now you go back into the lobby, but you still have to wait 3 days for your classified schematics, and you still have to wait another 2 days for your wonder weapons. Now for me, that's just not fair, guys. In that scenario that I just explained, you didn't do anything wrong, you didn't leave the game, you didn't die. All that happened is that you got booted out of the game, and now you're being punished by not having the things that you had and not being able to craft those items again. To me, it's just not fair, and they need to fix it as soon as possible. Now there is a few suggestions that I do have that could make the cooldown system for schematics a lot better. Like I said already, I definitely think they should revise the time on a lot of them, especially the classified schematics. 3 days is definitely way too much, and for wonder weapons 2 days is also way too much. But they could also be doing things like allowing you to reduce the cooldown on your own. For example, let's just say if you extract with a certain amount of things, for example this could be like documents or hard drives or anything that you can find around the game, if you extract with a certain amount of those, then it will allow your cooldown timer to drop significantly. I think that will be a good option, and it will also allow people to have something to do in the game as well. It will give them an incentive, because if you know that you have to wait 3 days for your classified schematics, but you know if you go in game and you find, let's just say 4 documents and 3 different other pieces of items that you need, and then that's going to make your cooldown timer go to 6 hours, it's going to give incentive for people to play. So personally, I feel like that would be a good option, but let me know you guys' thoughts in the comment section below. So number 4 on our list is going to be stash size. I personally feel like we need a bigger stash size, something that's way over 10. With the amount of craftables that we now have in the game, it just doesn't make sense to have 10 stash slots. I personally think that we should have at least a minimum of 30 stash slot spaces, simply because of all of the items that we have. If there wasn't as much craftables in the game, then I wouldn't have as much of a problem, but with the amount of things that you guys need and that you guys can craft, it just doesn't make sense to have 10. This also goes hand in hand with the schematic cooldown. So for example, let's just say you haven't played for a few days because of school or work, so you've been signing in to craft your items in order to prep them for the weekend. So let's just say on the Wednesday you crafted all of your classified, so your armor plate, your dog bone and your aether blade, and then you also crafted your 3 wonder weapons as well. That's 6 items that you've just crafted. Now 3 days later you're going to go ahead and do it again, but now you can't put those items in your stash. Your stash is completely full, you don't have any perks, you don't have any ammo mods, you don't have any sigils, and your stash is full. I personally think that this is an issue and that it needs to be addressed ASAP. I'm really hoping that we can get a stash that's maybe 30 or even 50 slots. As I said, there's loads of stuff in this game, so they shouldn't limit us with the amount of things that we can stash, especially when they have limited us with the things that we can stash. There's only specific things we can put in the stash, and then they're limiting the specific things that we can put in there as well, which just sucks in my opinion. So moving on to number 5, we're going to be talking about being able to leave teams when you are in a group. Now for the last 5, I'm just going to kind of fly through these as they are pointers to talk about, but I don't feel like I need to go into too much depth on them as they are pretty self-explanatory. But for this one, as I said, being able to leave teams, this is a big issue for some people. I know a lot of people have been going in game and then they might get teamed up with 2 people that are actually playing together that are on mic, and then you're the solo essentially in this 3-man squad. And the things that can happen is things like if you go down, they might just leave you and walk off and not revive you. I've seen that happen to multiple people. It's also happened to me. And then also the fact of you might start a contract and then both of them might just vote against you to cancel the contract, so you can't actually do what you're trying to do, or they straight up just might not be playing as a teammate and just be going off and doing their own thing. I've seen that happen as well, and sometimes I just question, why didn't you just go and play solo if you weren't trying to play as a squad or as a unit? The easy option for this and the easy fix is to simply allow an option for you guys to leave team. There's no option to leave team. The only options that we have is to join a new team or to invite someone to our team. So it's really simple, just add another option to leave squad, and I reckon that will sort out that issue pretty much instantly. Number 6 on our list is going to be round based zombies. Now having a round based zombie map or mode would be absolutely amazing in my opinion. I'm a big round based zombies fan. That's where I come from. I come from playing round based zombies. I know a lot of you are probably from DMZ and stuff like that, so you might not necessarily like the round based zombies. Now I'm not saying to change the game into this, I'm saying to add it as a separate game mode for the people that do enjoy. I would love to see a round based zombies game mode within Modern Warfare Zombies, and I think it would be pretty amazing in my opinion. The next one on our list is going to be a scoreboard, so an in-game tracker for your camos and your kills and stuff like that. So at the moment there's no kill counter, there's no scoreboard where you guys can open up and see how many zombies you've killed and things like that. So when it comes to certain challenges like get 300 kills with Pack-a-Punch or get 100 kills and then exfil, you don't know how far along you actually are. You just have to kind of count or guess in your head. Now this can be quite frustrating for people that are going after Borealis camo and things like that, because there's been multiple times where I've loaded in game and I've needed 100 kills and then needed to exfil, and I'll be killing zombies for the whole game thinking I've killed 100 zombies, and then I leave and the challenge is not completed. I don't know how far along I got because it doesn't tell me, and it's just really annoying. It will be really easy for them to add a scoreboard or some form of counter for the camos and stuff like that and for the challenges. I feel like this will have a big impact on the game, and it will definitely make the game better as a whole in my opinion. But let me know you guys in the comment section below. So the next on the list is going to be a more efficient text chat. So if you guys may know about the text chat, I'm on PC and I still have problems with this text chat sometimes. For example, if someone goes down and they might put in the chat that they're at a certain location, you might just want to tell them I'm on my way or something like that. As soon as you open up that chat, the zombies are hitting you straight away. There's just no time to do anything, and I feel sorry for the people that's on PlayStation or Xbox, because texting and typing on that is 10 times as harder on PC. I mean, at least with PC I have a keyboard, I can type really fast, but even with that I still run into problems where I'm a few words into the sentence and I'm getting hit by zombies, so I can't even send the message. So I can only imagine what it's like for you guys on Xbox or PlayStation. So again, I feel like this is something that's an easy fix or an easy adjustment that they can do, but will have a huge effect on how people play and how people help people in game when they're down, and just having general conversations. I don't see a lot of people using the text chat in game, and this is going to be the reason why, because you can't do the text chat and be safe unless you're in a safe zone like somewhere like a crane or something. But if you're on the other side of the map, there's no point of going to a crane that's on the other side of the map just to send a message. There needs to be a more efficient way of doing things. Moving on to number 9. Number 9 is going to be the ability to combine items in order to make better items. So some form of workbench that allows you to craft items from the items that you currently have. Now what I mean by this, for example, is say if there's a workbench that's in the game that you can go to and you could take, say, 3 uncommon Aether tools, you can combine them together and now you've got a rare epic Aether tool. I think that will be really good, and it will definitely give people more of an incentive to hold on to the things that are not as valuable, because if I see an uncommon Aether tool, most of the time I just leave it there. But if I know that I can use that item later on down the line in the game to craft a better item, I'm gonna think twice and I'm probably gonna hold on to it for the time being. That's my opinion. Let me know you guys in the comment section below. Now for number 10, I'm going to be talking about dogs. So for me, I feel like your personal dog should be a different color to the other dogs in the game. Now the reason why I say this is, even though your dog has a name above his head, sometimes that name doesn't necessarily pop up all the time. Now I've run into scenarios where I've been in the tier 3 zone, I have a hellhound active and I'm running around, then I'll look behind me and there's a dog behind me, and automatically I just assume that it's mine, and then I start getting bitten and hit, and it's because all the dogs look the same, and then you'll just see your dog running out of nowhere and you'll just about barely see the name above his head. He'll start attacking the zombies. But for me, I feel like the dog should have a different color, whether that be blue, green, orange, whatever it is, just a different color than the base color of the dogs, just so that you guys will know straight away from seeing him that that's yours. As I said, he does have a name above his head, but that name isn't always visible, especially from certain distances and from certain angles. So having a completely different color will just make it way easier to see and way easier to identify. That's just my personal opinion, but again, let me know yours in the comment section below. So that has been my 10 suggestions for Modern Warfare Zombies, what I feel will improve the game as a whole. Be sure to put your suggestions in the comment section below. As I said, this is part 1. I will be making a part 2 at some point next week. So if you guys add suggestions into the comment section below, they will be featured on the next video. Please do like and share this video. As I said at the beginning of this video, it really does help the algorithm, and I really do want this video to get out there so that the relevant people can see what the community want and can make some relevant changes around that. I haven't seen too many people making content about this or even speaking about some of these issues, so I feel like it is quite important that we band together and we try and push this information out there, because we're all suffering with these issues. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. If this video was helpful in any shape, way or form, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Anyways, that's it for me. It's been your boy Phurzaah. I'm out. Peace.